This is chapter 31 of Getting to Know Grace. Someone is outside walking in the forest. Dump, dump. I'm exhausted. I've walked for so long and I have yet to see a single person. I probably have at least 3 more hours of walking left. The bushes behind her begins to rustle and a hooded person appears. Wah! Mary, it's me. Herta! What are you doing here? Have you been following me this whole time? It's dangerous for you to be outside. I beg you, please turn back. Herta doesn't reply to her. Please tell me about Miss Grace. If you don't tell me, I'll keep following you. If you tell me, I promise to remain at the hideout. I doubt there is another slave with as little discretion or as much abstinence as you. Miss Grace didn't discipline you very well. Where do I begin? This isn't talked about anymore. Mary begins to tell the story of Grace. But the Duke's wedding was quite a scandal. Rather than marrying someone from within the family, he chose to marry a commoner, a ballerina. The Duke's devotion was well known. So dedicated was he that when he heard that she had fallen ill, he returned home from battle immediately. But there was one flaw in their relationship. They had no child. Regardless, the Duke doted on her too obsessively. Mistress Grace was not allowed to leave the house without his permission. And so, Mistress Grace was often overwhelmed by loneliness whenever the Duke left for battle. Mary, I can't bear this solitude any longer. There's not a moment where I can feel like myself. But if I go out behind his back, Bella will find out. Help me, Mary. So I asked my older brother for help. He lived in a different village working as a mailman. Disguised as a housemaid, she sneaked out while he went on his rounds. I'll see you in the evening. You can drop her off while pretending to deliver mail. She became noticeably happier. Then one day, Miss Grace found out Bella was secretly moving the Duke's money into her own safe. Strange. There seems to be a discrepancy in this month's accounts, like last month's. Bella, you, who cruelly disciplined those below you, I will inform the Duke of your wrongdoings. You have not been so honorable yourself. Do you think I don't know about your rendezvous with a young mailman? Rendezvous? I would never. How dare you insult me with such ugly lies? Oh my. During an argument with the headmistress, Grace's mother suddenly fell sick. Bella began spreading rumors that the mistress had taken a mailman as a lover. I told you, you can't fake blood. What about the child? Whose child is it? Fearful for my life, my kind mistress made me swear not to tell anyone that the mailman was my brother. She was firm in her belief that the Duke wouldn't trust her innocence. Her belly swelled day by day, then His Excellency finally returned. Christine is pregnant? How is Christine with child? I thought you said we would be childless because of me. That is correct, at least according to my diagnosis, sir. How strange. We were unable to have a child for 10 years, and yet she is pregnant. Your Excellency, if I may speak frankly, there have been strange rumors going around, and on Mistress Grace's bed, the Duke found a hair. It's not true, Logan. You must believe me. This is your child. Grace's mother gets hauled away, while the Duke feels betrayed. And this is all because of the stupid headmistress and her stinking rumors. Okay. In the end, Mistress Grace was locked up in what we would now call the Room of Atonement. But this time, relegated to the basement. She could not eat or sleep, and my brother was found dead. The Duke refused to see Mistress Grace and avoided the house. Mistress Grace tried to endure for the sake of their child, but as Mary is holding baby Grace in her hand and looking at her dear friend and Grace's mother, unfortunately, as soon as she gave birth, she... While Mary is walking through the mansion with baby Grace in her arms, the people around are gossiping. Oh my, she looks just like His Excellency. My goodness, so it wasn't the mailman's child after all. Your Excellency, please look at this child. Didn't I tell you to starve it to death? Please believe in Mistress Grace's innocence. Look at the child. She clearly resembles both of you. As the Duke turns to Mary, enough! He saw Grace. He saw how much Grace had looked like him. Did he finally realize she was his? But then why not cherish Miss Grace once he saw the truth? That would have been right. He should have loved and cared for her more. But His Excellency could not face the truth of what he had done. Please get the child a name, Your Excellency. A name? What was the name of the mailman my wife associated with? Herta. My brother's name was Andrew. Innocent Miss Grace was given a stigma for a name. Her life marred with contentment before she could even speak. Herta is in disbelief when she finds out the truth about Grace. After learning about Grace's story, Herta leaves for the safe house. She remembers something that Grace has said in the past. I don't have a birthday. No one will tell me when I was born. My noble mistress doesn't have a birthday or her own name. And that is the end of the chapter.